by the referee before calling the boxers to center ring to issue the final instructions. Yuri Lyobarsky of Ukraine will be the third man in the ring. And the 60-kilogram lightweight contest is underway. It's between boxers from Japan and Cuba. The boxer wearing red is 22-year-old Hayato Tsutsumi, part of a 10-strong Japanese boxing squad. The man wearing blue, who's just gone in search of a southpaw left, is the incomparable Lazaro Alvarez of Cuba, 30 years of age. And the man comes to the ring fresh off another run to an Olympic podium, taking his third consecutive Olympic bronze medal at the Tokyo Games earlier this summer. And he's competing in his 6th consecutive World Championships, and ever present all the way since Baku 2011, 10 years ago. I was ringside at that tournament and saw him box his way to the first of 3 consecutive golds as Tsutsumi scores with a good combination of punches to the body. And he's medaled at every World Championships that he has appeared in. Consecutive golds in 2011, 13 and 15, and it's back-to-back silvers in the most 2 recent editions in Yekaterinburg 2 years ago and Hamburg 2017. Good left hand to the body once again by Tsutsumi, who was using that shot effectively. There he targets it once more with a straight right hand. So scoring body shots early on in a bid to slow Alvarez down. Good straight left out of the southpaw stance from Alvarez. But again, good work to the body, and perhaps Tsutsumi was watching the Olympic Games in his homeland of Japan in Tokyo earlier this summer, because in the bronze medal bout that he eventually lost Alvarez to Albert Batrigaziev of Russia, well, it was notable that he slowed down the more the contest went on. But that's all relative, of course, but because Batrigaziev has a punch output like very few Olympic-style boxers I have ever seen. And so unsurprising that anybody would appear pedestrian compared to him. Not that Alvarez was pedestrian, but his punch output did slow down compared to the early rounds as he struggled to live with the pace that Batrigaziev set. Good straight right hand to the body scored by Tsutsumi. Alvarez bobbing and weaving in the pocket, looking for straight shots, but the distance being increased effectively by the boxer wearing red. So Alvarez freeing his backhand and digging it in. That reciprocated by Tsutsumi. Closing seconds of this opening round. Becoming disorganized is Tsutsumi, but look at the quickness with which he regained his boxing stance. And again, both boxers showcasing the habit of celebrating their successes by raising the glove. Very good opening round of boxing between a man at the start of his senior AIBA World Boxing Championship career and a man who has been there and done it for the best part of a decade. A 3-2 split in favor of Alvarez. The judges from Trinidad and Tobago and Kazakhstan preferring the work of Tsutsumi, but that a fair reflection of how competitive that first 3-minute frame was. How about that for a counter left hand on the retreat from Alvarez? But look at the work to the body from Tsutsumi. Will that investment pay dividends the deeper we go into the contest? So into the second round then, as well as having the privilege of being ringside for most of Alvarez's global successes over the last 10 years. The first time I saw Hayato Tsutsumi was in global competition from ringside at the 2016 World Youth Championships in St. Petersburg in Russia. There he boxed his way to top spot on the podium, and that's a wonderfully picked right hand from Tsutsumi. Defeated a Cuban in the final. Elio Crespo outpointed on the narrowest of split decision verdicts as Satsumi looks to go to work with his shot selection once again. And he's showing that he's not intimidated or overawed by the reputation and talent of the man in front of him. And Alvarez, well, he gives you the impression that he's always going to present you with opportunities. He's a very daring boxer, often in the pocket, but look at that combination. Head, then body, 2 shots downstairs, followed by a whipping shot through the middle. And Satsumi, burgeoning belief in evidence here as he turns a right hand just above the belt line once again. Alvarez, got to up the work rate here to ensure that he doesn't get outworked. And there he gets busy with a combination of punches to the torso before a spearing left through the middle. But look at Satsumi looking to increase the punch output and take it to his more experienced opponent. Beyond the midpoint of the second round. Good work to the body once again from Alvarez. But the referee from Ukraine just reminding Alvarez that he's got to keep his punches up. And that's another low blow that was sunk in by Alvarez. No intervention from the referee on that occasion. Inside the final minute, single shot success with the southpaw left from Alvarez. So bobbing and weaving in front of his man is Alvarez. Remaining concentrated and dipping at the knees is Satsumi, and that's a beautifully picked right cross from this speedy Japanese boxer. But then there's a southpaw left landed from Alvarez, countered by a 1-2 from Satsumi. First and third boxing from the Japanese man wearing red. And a right uppercut ripped through the middle as Alvarez was going to work downstairs. Closing 10 seconds. Oh, that's a wonderful right hand. Dipped the knees of Alvarez because he was committing, and he's picked off by a straight shot. Success once again. Alvarez, aware of that, goes in search of his payback. A terrific second round of action. And for what it's worth, I happen to think that Satsumi did enough to take that. But what say the judges? Remember, the first round taken on a 3-2 split by the 3-time world champion. But my goodness, this young man from Chiba City really turned it up in the second round, and there's the evidence, a clean sweep of all the cards in favor of Satsumi to take that second round. So we have 3 scores of 19 points apiece going into the third and final round, but all of the momentum is with Satsumi because he was quite sublime during that second 3-minute stanza. Some really eye-catching singles, wonderful variety, shots to both body and head. And Alvarez saw his knees dip by a wonderfully picked right cross. So into the third and final round we go then. A contest that is up for grabs after a brilliant second 3-minute round of boxing produced by Hayato Satsumi, taking it unanimously. 10-9 for all 5 of the judges. Can Alvarez respond? And remember, Satsumi has been targeting the body right from the opening bell. And those shots could well begin to take their toll here now on the legs of the 30-year-old Alvarez, who was busy in the Olympic Games, going deep into the tournament just a few months ago. Good trade-off of shots there. It was you go, then I go. But look at the accuracy from Satsumi. Alvarez responds with accurate shots of his own through the defenses. That's a low blow once again, and Satsumi just wincing in the direction of the referee. And I'm not sure the Ukrainian official is going to stand for many more of those from Alvarez, but look at those accurate body punches from Satsumi. Alvarez counters to body, then head. Snaking shots through the guard once again from the Japanese boxer wearing red. Beautiful counter right hand from Alvarez, catches Satsumi as he's coming in. Approaching the midpoint of this third and final round. Straight left, not too far away, and look at Alvarez work the body of the man from Japan. Satsumi scores with a jolting backhand, drives the head back of Alvarez. Alvarez now standing in the pocket, and these two men engaging in some torrid exchanges. Terrific right hand landed by Tsutsumi. And there's a right hand in response from Alvarez. Cracking work here from both boxers. Two-shot success for Tsutsumi minutes ago in the third and final round. Counter right hand is a wonderful shot once again from Tsutsumi. So, contest still up for grabs. Tsutsumi on the perimeter of the ring. Alvarez goes in search of him, lets a four-shot combination go. A couple of them did get through. Explosive forward foray from Tsutsumi, who's got a nick around his right eye now. Concentration absolute from both boxers as we go into the final 30 seconds. Good work to the body, but then look at the uppercut response from Tsutsumi. It was Alvarez who landed a good right hand downstairs. Tsutsumi stealing a furtive glance at the clock on the big screens all around the Stark Arena here. Alvarez, he'll be aware that we're approaching the closing seconds. That's why he's looking to get on the front foot and spear his man with straight shots. Tsutsumi trying to counter. Accuracy decreasing from both boxers. Tsutsumi grins his gum shield contemptuously and goes after his man. Alvarez celebrating a success that wasn't really apparent. What a contest. Absolutely wonderful to behold between Hayato Tsutsumi and Lazaro Alvarez. But make no mistake, a man who has taken consecutive medals at 5 world championships. That run could be coming to an end here today, because remember, we had tied scores of 19 points apiece on 3 scorecards. Alvarez took the first round on a 3-2 split. Tsutsumi responded magnificently to take the second round unanimously. A very competitive third and final round. I happen to think Tsutsumi has done enough to take it, but what say the judges?
Ladies and gentlemen, in the bout number 125 in the ring A, the winner on points by unanimous decision is the boxer out of the red corner.
And there is confirmation. Hayato Tsutsumi knew as soon as he heard the word unanimous that he was the victor, because it was all square on 3 scorecards and he led 20 points to 18 on the other 2. But look at that, 3 scores of 19 points to 19. And that means in terms of preference, the 3 judges who had it even all preferred the work of Hayato Tsutsumi. 2-0 is not enough. There has to be an absolute majority of at least 3 of the 5 scoring judges. And in a contest which saw 3 tied scores, well, preference has gone in favor of the man from the red corner. Well, that's what I'm assuming, because 19-19, of course, suggests that they're the scores from the end of the second round. But a unanimous points victory for Hayato Tsutsumi, and the incredible run of Lazaro Alvarez.